Elon is saying, President Trump also said that there is a possibility for taxpayer to get a dividend of $5,000.
If your income is below your standard deduction, you're not paying any taxes. And that means, according to what they're saying, you don't qualify. They are doing this to get more people in the workforce, right? They're assuming, hey, everyone wants this $5,000, right?
Correct.
So they're going to go get jobs in 2025. There's all this money left over now, right? What are they going to do with it? They're saying, hey, I'm going to take 20% of this. I'm going to pay down the budget deficit, which we need anyways.
Elon is saying, President Trump also said that there is a possibility for taxpayer to get a dividend of $5,000.
Right.
What is it? Who gets it? Who doesn't get it?
All right.
Let's stay with that.
Let's stick with this. So right now on the table, they're saying that, hey, we're going to get $5,000, right?
Right.
Right. But obviously, there's a little caveat. Why are we getting $5,000? What are we doing here? By them laying off everybody, shrinking the budgets, and basically saving an insane amount of money that they
waste and fraud and
correct.
whatnot.
Exactly. Okay. Right. That there's all this money left over now, right? What are they going to do with it? They're saying, hey, I'm going to take 20% of this. I'm going to pay down the budget deficit, which we need anyways.
Right.
But that, yeah. Right? We need that anyways, right? Then they're saying, I'm going to take 20% of that, right? And I'm going to give it to the taxpayers. But which taxpayers are getting this that they say?
That's a $1 million question.
Right.
Who gets it?
Exactly. They're saying anyone who's paying federal tax. Why is that a problem? If your income is below your standard deduction, you're not paying any taxes. And that means, according to what they're saying, you don't qualify.
Yeah.
Then they said, hey, there has to be a working household. We don't know. Does that mean both people have to work? We're not sure, right? Now, the one I don't like and the one I've been seeing is, hey, you have to be able to, you have to show you have to be able to, that you're a saver, not a spender. Which we have no idea what that means.
Yeah. It's very vague. What does that mean, saver? Saver, save $5 or save
basically,
thousands of
from
dollars?
what I read, they say, okay, you have to be able to be, you're going to take this $5,000 and you're going to put it in your savings account, and not touch it. That's the way I look.
Yeah, that's like daddy giving it to son and saying, hey.
But how are you going to prove you're a saver versus a spender?
Exactly. And why, if you're giving it to me, I'm entitled to do what I want to do.
Right. So what they're also, why are they doing this?
Right.
This is the other thing.
Okay.
They are doing this to get more people in the workforce, right? They're assuming, hey, everyone wants this $5,000, right?
Correct.
So they're going to go get jobs in 2025.
Yeah.
Because this dividend is supposed to be in 2026, right? So everyone's going to go get jobs to get this $5,000.
Correct.
That's what they're after.
Right. So they want
more people into the labor market.
Motivate you. And
to get into the labor market.
Right, get into the labor market so that you work.
That's correct.
Yeah, and if you work, you get it off of the social services and pay more taxes for the government.
Basically, what they're trying to do is actually exactly what you said. They're actually trying to make you work so they get more money for the IRS for taxes and everything else.
Okay, so one question I'm going to take for PPL and CDL before we move on. Shiny Pearl. Screen name. Sounds weird. Shiny Pearl. Vegas names. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm getting carried away. Okay, what is the difference between CDPAP and PPL? I am a PA worker for my dad. So
So look, yeah. If you're a PA worker for your dad, you live together, you get the home care deduction today, you're just going to stay in PPL, which is CDPAP is moving into PPL. It's a new CDPAP. That's your best thing you could do.
So that's your answer for Shiny Pearl?
Yes, for Shiny Pearl, correct. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I haven't changed my answer.
Why do I feel like I'm wearing an orange jacket and a hat?
If you have orange hair, but if you have orange hair, you might be president.
Okay, so sorry, bad joke. Okay, let's talk about Trump tax proposals. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can start with the 2017 tax overhaul, and then we can.
Right. So look, all the stuff we got this year, the year before, right? That's the 2017 tax overhaul, right? What Trump is saying is, hey, I'm going to try to extend this thing. If I can't extend it, I'm going to make it even better, right? So obviously all the good tax credits we get now for businesses, either if you're a driver, any self-employment, that's who benefit the most from this, business owners. Let's call it what it is, right?
Yeah.
He's also talking about, hey, let me increase the child tax credit.
Correct.
Which would be great, right? We don't know how much.
We don't know, yes.
Okay? But the other two things I've been seeing is, which I think is actually the most important, is that gift exemption, right?
Yeah.
So right now, if you have two people, you're married, right?
Correct.
Each person can give $14 million each, right? $28 million
Really?
lifetime.
Okay.
That's your lifetime cap, right?
Oh, the lifetime.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So what I think is important, you know, because look, there's a lot of generation wealth being built right now.
True.
But if it goes back to 7, it could have an impact, right?
Possible.
Right.
Very much.
So look, that's really important. On top of it, you know, you have the SALT cap, right? We all heard about SALT cap. So what is that? What's a SALT cap, right? It's part of your itemization, okay? Instead of taking the standard deduction, right? You get the $29,200, you can get even more, right? But that makes up from all of Schedule A, which is your itemized deduction, right? You got the SALT cap, as we talk about. SALT cap means property taxes, the taxes you withheld, and the state taxes you withheld, right?
Right.
But right now you're limited to $10,000. So if my mortgage, you know, say my real estate taxes are, say, $20,000, right? I still can only get up to 10.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
So I'm limited. It does nothing right now for everybody.
10,000.
It's
really
horrible. I just told you how to reach 29,000.
I was so angry when I heard this because that's one of the biggest.
Most people for their whole life who own houses used to itemize.
Yeah.
Now,
absolutely.
Now it's very hard to do.
Right.
Unless you have massive medical bills, right? Or massive amount of charity, right? That's the only way you're going to get there.
I heard Trump is going to do something about the
He's talking about either totally removing it.
Totally removing.
That would be a dream.
Yeah.
Or he's going to at least raise it. Maybe it's $14,000. I don't know.
Something's got to give.
Something's going somewhere, right? And the reason he's doing that is, look, blue states have higher property taxes.
Yeah.
It's just the way the world is, right? So it benefited everybody else, right? It didn't matter, right? And then you also have what also is really important. He's talking about eliminating taxes on Social Security, right? So that's really important. Why? Because right now, if you make too much money, you could have your Social Security 85% taxed. Depending. Right now. So if you're taking too much from the market, right? You're about to retire, you're taking money out, you got to live, right?
Which I find it very unfair. I paid taxes, I put in my dues, now I'm collecting, and you're taxing me 85%.
Because if you just took your Social Security, I have no other income, I'm not taxed.
Yeah, true.
Right? But say I have to withdraw money from the market to pay my bills to live, right? Now that's where I agree with you, it's unfair.
নিউইয়র্ক থেকে সম্প্রচারিত TVN 24 টেলিভিশন বিশ্বজুড়ে বাঙালির কণ্ঠস্বর।